the yield tracker is a new yield monitor from Topcon, actually mapping the yield of our crops. The whole idea is to give every acre the maximum opportunity to hit maximum yield. So essentially what we're trying to do with that sensor is identify the high yielding and low yielding areas, so then we can go ahead and target our nutrient management plan according to those differences. It integrates with our Topcon system, so we're not dealing with another display. It's also got terrain compensation, and it also has a test weight compensation. No other system out there, you punch in test weight for your crop, and as any farmer knows, your density can vary across that field. Like any new technology, you got to get it calibrated and set up, and once we did that, it was dead on and worked very well. Instead of knowing that field averaged 50 bushels across the whole thing, we can actually have a spatial map where maybe on the hilltop it did 30 and on the bottom it did 50. Moving forward, what we're going to do with the data is break the field up into different zones and then target zone sample those zones and create that specific nutrient management plan for that potential of that area of the soil. So the yield tracker is going to help us identify where to sample, then it's also going to help us drive our yield goals and our management decisions for our nutrients in those areas, because we'll know exactly what it yielded. The yield tracker is just one part of the equation. Where it gets you more margin is identifying those different areas in the field that have different potentials. And then by coupling that information with soil, variable rate seeding, variable rate fertilizing with the crop specs, I have personally seen us reduce our fertilizer 15 to 25%, and we've seen a 10 to 20% increase in yield. One of the biggest benefits for harvest is the way we can harvest. We can unload on the go within 18 inches of the header at 6 miles an hour without any worry. We can put a novice in the grain cart or the combine, and because it's almost fully automated. Overall, Topcon has a very good YieldTrakk product. When you start talking 10 to 20% in both directions, yield and savings in fertilizer, it makes a huge impact on your bottom line.